Over 100 documents that we released on Friday really detail and provide evidence of how this treasonous conspiracy was directed by President Obama just weeks before he was due to leave office, after President Trump had already gotten elected. This is not a Democrat or Republican issue. This is an issue that is so serious it should concern every single American, because it has to do with the integrity of our democratic republic.
Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard said she has plenty of evidence from newly classified documents that Obama administration intelligence officials, quote, manufactured and politicized intelligence to lay the groundwork for the Trump-Russia collusion hoax after Trump again won the White House in 2016. And joining us this morning to discuss is Washington Insider Armstrong Williams. Good morning to you, sir.
Morning.
She also mentioned that she's got whistleblowers now from the intelligence community coming forward demanding justice because they say they were so disgusted by what happened. What do you make of all this? Will we finally see some indictments in this case?
Yes. You know, President Obama fundamentally thought he would change America. He had no doubt that Hillary would continue his legacy to transform America forever, subverting the Constitution, and all of a sudden Donald Trump won. That messed up their agenda. They thought they would be in power for as long as what we define long is, but it didn't work out. And so when he left office, and I've read the reports, I followed this, he set up his own compound outside of the White House where many of these people came to work for him. And he thought what he was doing was in the best interest of America, and his fingerprints are all over it. And Donald Trump is not having it. He will make sure that every stone is unturned, every document is unearthed, is shared with the public to make them realize they wanted to undo the will of the voters.
How soon do you think we will see any indictments if they come down?
It's a process. These things require patience because you want to get it right. You don't want to give Adam Schiff any kind of information that make him say that this is wrong, this is not factual. It took them this long to get us to this point. The American people just have to be patient and wait, because Tulsi Gabbard is very sincere. I'm telling you, Jan, this story is seismic. It's a tsunami.
Yeah.
People will be shocked at those that were connected. And the intelligence community concluded that there was no Russian hoax. They demanded they change the documents, and the forensic evidence is there. It was recorded. A lot of this data was put in place after 9/11, and Americans could see firsthand how the intelligence community covered itself because they knew someday a story like this could come to light, and they wanted to cover themselves.
It's a very, very big story. Also, Armstrong, this morning I saw a report that Hamas is facing a financial and administrative crisis as they run out of money. What do you know about this?
The money has dried up. The big individuals and people even in the Middle East and across the world who supported them before, there's no infrastructure. A spotlight is being shined on this, and they cannot hire operatives. They cannot continue the terrorist attacks. Their infrastructure is collapsing, and they have no way of rebuilding it. And guess what? Chickens have come home to roost, and this is a good thing.
This is the Epstein saga story that's clearly never going to go away. President Trump, though, now suing the Wall Street Journal for billions of dollars after it published what it says was this letter from the early 2000s. They claim it was this message, birthday message, Jeffrey Epstein from Trump. Trump referred to it on Truth Social as a powerhouse lawsuit and historic legal action. We know he's saying this is clearly defamation, which of course you need to prove two things. One, that it's false, and that it was done with malice. Were you surprised the Wall Street Journal would post this?
As an owner of the Baltimore Sun, a major daily in this country, for a story like that to have been published, it would have had to come from the highest place. Donald Trump called Rupert Murdoch. He's very transparent about this and told Murdoch this story was not true. The Washington Post, the New York Times, Reuters, every major news organization in America and the world have said they cannot corroborate what the Wall Street Journal printed. And you have to ask yourself, you check your sources on a story when you're dealing with the president of the United States, why would the Wall Street Journal, of all places, publish such a story and face a $10 billion lawsuit?
Yeah. And by the way, when it comes to malice, you have to essentially prove you knew it was false and you basically had reckless disregard for the truth. Will he be able to win this defamation suit, do you think?
He's already won. in many ways because the mainstream media is finally being forced to do its job to say we can find nothing to corroborate that. Just think about the Washington Post saying over the weekend, we've covered this story for decades, and there's never been any evidence that there was ever any wrongdoing between Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. This is the Washington Post. It's turning the media on its head.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. Washington Insider Armstrong Williams. Always great to get your expertise and have you on a Monday morning. Hope you have a great week, sir. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Jen.